Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all about Arsenal versus Crystal Palace times two. Obviously we had to play them twice in the week, once in the EFL Cup and obviously once in the league. We'll talk about the EFL Cup first because obviously that happened first. Fairly sketchy, I guess, 3-2 victory at home. I think it kind of flatters Palace a little bit. They scored quite late on to get the second goal. It should have really been 3-1, sorry, but it's 3-2. We scored the victory. We're into the semi-finals now against Newcastle. It's going to be a couple of really good games, I think, in January, and obviously I think Liverpool and Spurs are playing in the other semi-finals. So yes, it's going to be a decent competition. Hopefully, we can win it. I think we should win it. We're more than capable of winning it. I think Arteta needs to. Um, and yeah, I mean this whole game is just all about Gabriel Jesus. He saved our skin really. He got the hat trick, which is absolutely amazing. I think heavily helped by the fact that Odegaard and Saka came off the bench and got an assist each. But yeah, like I said, really good game. Really kind of sketchy game. Palace is a difficult team to play against. They're a decent side. They've got decent players that can hurt you, even though they've sold quite a lot of their decent players over recent seasons. They can still hurt you. And yeah, Eddie Nketiah obviously getting the second goal. Yeah, he had a point to prove. Scoring against Arsenal, his former club, but it wasn't enough, and we ended up getting the victory, which is great. We heavily rotated in this game as well. We have to point that out. I think if we'd played our full strength team, we probably would have won this game a lot easier. Having now know what happened in the league game, which talk about in a minute, but. Yeah, really good game, to be honest with you, from Jesus. He needed to show up. He's been heavily criticised this season, rightly so, in my opinion. Um, yeah, like from the beginning of the season to a week ago, he was anonymous in this whole season. Very much on the periphery, like Sterling is. It's been Martinelli up front, Trossard up front. It's been on the left hand side, and they've got Havertz and Havertz basically up front, sorry, and then obviously Saka out on the right hand side. So there's been no room for him really. But Jesus is taking this opportunity, and he's had a really fantastic week. Let's just be real about that. Hat-trick in this game, obviously brilliant game. Hopefully he's now shown up now, and he's going to start progressing and helping the team more because we need more goal scorers. It's just been mainly Saka. I mean, Havertz is our top scorer right now. Like, we have to be real with Hat, but it's been mainly Saka being our goal threat. Odegaard's kind of been providing that recently, so yeah, really good to see this win. Like I said, it's a tournament that we absolutely have to win, in my opinion. With Spurs, I think we can beat Spurs. I think we can go toe to toe against Liverpool, and I think we could beat Newcastle as well, even though they beat us in the league relatively recently. I still think we can win this tournament, and I think it'll be really good for Arteta to win some silverware, even if it's just the EFL Cup. But we're still in the Champions League as well, so yeah, heavily rotated. We got a really good win, and it's a really good game. And now we move on to the Premier League game. In some ways, this game probably should have been a lot more difficult than it was, considering that Palace lost their game. We kicked them out of the EFL Cup mid-days beforehand. You'd expect them to be fired up. Obviously, it's away from home as well, and Selhurst Park is never an easy place to go to, and we've struggled there of recent years. I think even last season, the season before, we really struggled. We got a late winner, so I think last season we beat them quite comfortably, if I'm not mistaken. But still, they're a tough team. They've taken some big scalps there this season, so it wasn't an easy game by any means, and we've been dropping points in the somewhat easier games this season so far. So yeah, it wasn't a given that we're gonna win this game, but we did. We got a massive 5-1 victory. Shame that we conceded the goal, but obviously when they scored, it was 1-1. You're thinking, oh, here we go. It's 10 minutes in. It's gonna be a nervy game, but we controlled the game quite well considering that we were away from home. Um, Gabriel Jesus popping up with 2 goals again. That's 5 goals now, albeit against Palace, but 5 goals now in the last 2 games. And I think he scored 5 goals in the previous 45. So that tells you everything you need to know about Gabriel Jesus. But hopefully he's clicked the switch now and he's he's arrived, and he can start scoring us goals because we need it now. We need to start winning every single game now. We got to keep pace with Liverpool. City are dropping points left, right, and centre. We need to keep pace with Liverpool. Liverpool are going to drop points at some point in the season. They're not going to go out and win every single game. They can't. They don't have the squad for it. The injury to Salah and their season's pretty damaged. So yeah, Martinelli as well, massive game for him, getting a goal and an assist. Again, heavily criticised. I think somewhat unfairly. Jesus was fairly criticised, but I think Martinelli was unfairly. No, he's popping up with goals here and there. He's not as prolific as he has been. I think that's why the criticism is so strong, because we're holding him to a high standard. Martinelli is a quality player and he's capable of scoring lots of goals and assisting goals, and he just hasn't been doing that enough. But hopefully this game is a massive, turning point for him. He had a really good interaction with Ian Wright at the end of the game. Thank you for the support, because he needed it. He's been heavily criticised. I think unfairly, but still heavily criticised. And players, it affects players. Would be really naive to think that doesn't affect players. So for him to come out and thank Ian Wright for sending messages of support, Ian Wright knows more than anyone, the pressures of being a football player and having to perform and score goals, an attacker as well. It was really cool, really nice moment between them two. But yeah, really good to see him getting the goal and assist. Hopefully he clicks now and starts scoring more regularly, because that's what we need. And obviously Kai Havertz scoring again. It's just a standard now, isn't it? Kai Havertz scores again. And then Declan Rice sealing the victory as well. I think Declan should have scored the Kai Havertz goal. Just Havertz kind of got in the way and deflected it in, and it was a really good goal. But technically, I think Rice should have had 2 goals, but it's all good. Kai Havertz scoring again is not bad by any means. So yeah, that puts us up now into 3rd place again. Obviously, Liverpool got a couple of games in hand. Chelsea got a game in hand as well. So it's still tenuous at the moment. They've still got to play their game as of recording this. I'm recording this on the Sunday afternoon. The Sunday games hasn't started yet. But it is what it is. Even if they both end up winning this weekend, we still did our part. We need to just keep in touch with them now. Keep in touch with them, because I think our squad's a really good squad, really strong squad, and I think we can keep toe to toe, especially with Chelsea. I think Chelsea are more than capable of dropping points. Both of them are in Europe as well. I think Chelsea's European campaign right now barely even counts. The teams that they're playing against is just laughable. Liverpool in particular, they want to go for the Champions League. They're strong. I don't think their squad's strong enough. Their whole entire squad's strong enough to compete for the league, let alone for the Champions League as well. So it'll be interesting to see what Liverpool do in the next coming weeks, a couple of months, so see what happens. So I don't think they're going to win every single one of their games. I think they're going to drop points. We just got to stay with them now, and act like we're playing Man City, because Man City didn't drop any points. I think they won the last 9 games of the season last season. So. And they've lost like 9 games of this season so far, something stupid, which is crazy. But yeah, absolutely brilliant right now. 5-1 victory. Again, sucks for Raya not getting a clean sheet, but still, he had an outstanding game. He's made a couple of really good saves. And yeah, it's put us right back into the driving seat now, and we need to be just at least amongst it. We can't afford to go more than 7 or 8 points behind, because that's just unsurmountable. We've got Ipswich coming up next, early hours of Saturday morning, Friday night, UK time. Again, needs to be a game that we need to win. We need to lay down the marker. They've been doing really well this season so far. Recently, they started off the season really terribly, but they've picked up some form, and it's not going to be an easy game at all. It is at home though, which is great, and then obviously we've got Brentford away after that. So tough 2 games coming up, but we have to win them. You'd have to say that we should be winning them. So. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Once we get past the Christmas period, going into the end of January, I think we'll have a lot more clearer idea of where we are at compared to Chelsea and Liverpool. And I think it's going to be an interesting title race, to be honest with you. If Liverpool lose a couple of games, if Chelsea lose a couple of games and we keep winning, I think it's going to be a very, very exciting title race. And plus the Champions League mixed in with all that. So yeah, let me know what you think about both games. Gutted for Palace. Palace are a good team. You know, beating them 5-1 at their place is no mean feat. Just ask Man United. You know, and all the other teams that have taken points off this season. So really proud of the team. Really proud of Jesus. The only downside really is Saka getting injured. I left it to the last to talk about that because it's so devastating. It looks like it's his hamstring. It looks quite serious. He's in crutches, getting out of the stadium. We haven't heard anything. We're probably not going to hear anything for a little while, for a few days. But it looks devastating. If he's out for, say, 2 weeks, a month, it could affect our season. But this is why we've got a good squad. You expect Sterling to start showing up. I mean, Sterling had a decent game in the EFL Cup against Palace. I mean, I've disrespected him a little bit there. But he needs to start showing up now. We're going to have to rely on Sterling and Jesus now if Saka's out for an extended period of time. And Martinelli as well. Why not play him on the right-hand side? He did well on the right-hand side when Saka went off. So it's going to be interesting. But at the moment, we're doing all we can. We're in a little bit of a good run of form right now. We've picked up some wins in the row now. If we can beat Ipswich, like I said, out at home, and then beat Brentford away, which are two decent teams, two decent wins. If we do manage to do it, then yeah, I think the title race is on, and we're right back in it. So, yeah, don't write us off too early because some of even Arsenal fans have written us off already, and I think that's a bit of a mistake. But let me know what you thought about both games. Can we win the AFL Cup? Do you think we can go far in the? Can we catch Liverpool? Is what I'm trying to say. And let me know what you think about the Champions League as well. I'm quietly confident about the Champions League, but it is what it is. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so let me know in the comments. I will do a video for the Ipswich game. Probably it will come out probably Monday time. A couple of days after the game, because that's when my next free time is. But yeah, I'll do a video for the Ipswich game and hopefully do a video for the Brentford game as well. So yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you haven't done already. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Comment down below. I always reply to all my comments, good and bad, and we'll have a conversation there. So yeah, anyway guys, have a really good week. Hopefully the rest of the weekend goes well football wise. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, enjoy the week, and I'll see you guys pretty much in a week's time. So yeah, take it easy guys, have a good one. I'll see you soon. Adios.